This is the Fredericksburg Neighbors Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Dory Stewart.
Welcome back to another episode of the FXBG Neighbors Podcast, where we share the stories of our favorite local brands. I have a special guest joining me today. We've got Laurie Schlemm with us. She is the president of the Dahlgren Railroad Heritage Trail. Laurie, welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, hello. Welcome to be here. Thank you.
I'm so excited for this. I'm excited to learn more about you, and I'm excited to learn about the Dahlgren Railroad Heritage Trail. So let's start there. Share with us a little bit about the Dahlgren Railroad Heritage Trail.
Well, it is in King George County, King George, Virginia. It is 16 miles long. It was originally built in 1942, World War II, and for the naval, the Fredericksburg to Dahlgren. And then it was abandoned, like so many railroads had been. And then it was privately purchased. Then that owner sold it to David Brickley, who currently owns it. And his goal, his dream is to have it become part of Caledon State Park, which is the Virginia state park system.
Amazing. And so talk to me about your role. What do you do with the trail?
Well, it's a little bit of a long history. I'll make it as short as possible. My husband's family, 7 generations, have lived right where I live now, across from Caledon State Park. And unfortunately, the 465 acres was sold, and it was sold to a developer and was going to build 97 homes. That developer sold it to another developer, which I'm so glad he did, Gerald Properties in Fredericksburg. And I said, if I ever won the lottery, the first check I would write is to buy this land back. I started my goal that to save Lake Caledon, which that's what the developer had named it. And last year it did become part of Caledon State Park. And how that ties into the Dahlgren Railroad Heritage Trail, short, you call it the DIRT, DHRT. Because 1 mile of the dirt runs through Lake Caledon. And it is one of the most photographed trails in Virginia. It's exquisite, the wildlife, the wetlands, the birds galore, and it is just a very lovely trail that is pretty much covered in a canopy of trees. So even on this awful hot day, you still are in the shade with a little bit of a breeze.
Amazing. And so that trail is open to the public to come and walk and photograph?
It is. We do, at this time, we do ask that people, it's very easy on the website, to get a permit. And because we want it to become part of the park state system, we like to know how many people are using it. So the more people that use it, the more the General Assembly in Richmond, Virginia says, well, this is kind of important. A lot of people are using it. And that is kind of the main purpose behind the permit. So anybody, please get on the website, and it's very easy to get it. Sign up, takes you 30 seconds. And that way we know how many people are using the trail.
Amazing. So that's a good tip. And so talk to me about that process of getting the trail to become part of the park and what you're having to kind of go through with all of that. It sounds like a whole thing.
And it really is. I've been told I kind of created a miracle when it came to Lake Caledon. And then I was asked, Laurie, if you did that, can you now do it for the dirt? And I said, well, give me a try. And I've been president since January, and it is already moving forward. And it's who you know, how it benefits the county, how it benefits the people that want to come and visit. And it's very important to make it a weekend trip, not just a day or a half a day. We really would like people to come visit into King George County. And so our state representatives realize this. And so you do need to talk and sell this, how important it is for the community. And I'm hoping, I'm keeping my fingers crossed that by the end of this year, there is a written, somewhat contract that we could assure that everything is moving into the right direction to have it become part of the state park and become part of Caledon State Park. And that will make Caledon one of the largest state parks in Virginia.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize that.
It is. It's 3,500 acres now, and we've added 465, and we're about to add another 240. So,
Wow.
yeah. So, and right here in King George County, placed, right between the Potomac and the Rappahannock, it's just not a better location.
Yeah, yeah. And I love that you are working with the county and others to make it part of a destination and bring people into King George. I imagine the business community is very supportive.
It very much so. And actually, our state senator, Richard Stewart, lives right next door from
Oh,
Caledon State Park. And as everybody knows, he's very much into the environment. And so we certainly appreciate his support.
that's amazing.
Mhm.
Do you hear any myths or misconceptions that you want to clear up for us?
Well, I think in the past, a lot of people said nobody wanted this trail. I was one of those people because when we owned the 465 acres, the family did, 1 mile of it ran through our backyard. Who would want that in their backyard?
Hmm.
So as time went on, when the trail was sold to David Brookley, and if you can't beat them, join them. So I joined it. So why not make it the best it possibly can be? So many people are in favor of this trail. And I haven't really personally run across somebody that had said, Laurie, you've lost your mind. Everybody is very supportive.
That's good. That's good. So tell me, I want to learn more about you. Tell me about your background. And I imagine there's something that you have done in your past that has helped prepare you for these challenges that you are going up against right now.
Well, I guess we all look back, and
Hmm.
my parents were fantastic, a military family. My father fought in 3 wars in the Air Force. They're both now buried at Arlington Cemetery. Um, I trained professionally horses. I think that puts you kind of in a situation that you are in the front of the public. You built your self-confidence. Then I managed a dental practice for many, many years. I still am a Mary Kay consultant. I had earned my car. And so it just, everything I've done just I kind of have the gift of gab, you might say, and very enthusiastic. And when I have a mission, I just like to share it with everyone.
I love that. And all of those things that you have done in your past are all things that are in, kind of a management and very much, people facing type of thing. So it makes a lot of sense.
Yes, yes. Never say never, and don't be ever afraid of trying, because if I didn't try
Hmm.
to do Lake Caledon, at least, and if I failed, at least I tried. But
Hmm.
you should always try, follow your heart. And I just truly believe that.
That's really good advice in life, in business, in family. I love that.
Well, my little saying when I was very heavy into Mary Kay is you never know until you say hello. And it was very true in all aspects of your life.
Hmm. Absolutely. I
Mhm.
love that. So, what is something maybe that we haven't talked about yet that you would like the listeners to know about the dirt?
Oh, well, I'm on it at least twice, maybe 3 times a day. My husband retired 2 years ago, and he wanted to rescue German shepherds, foster shepherds, and he has now fostered over 80 shepherds, have found forever homes for. So on the dirt, you will find me and a lot of times my husband with German shepherds. You'll find a lot of people with their dogs, and everybody is very polite. The bicyclists, a lot of families, and the section that is the most photographed is the parking lot on Indiantown Road, and then head east. Wetlands on both sides. You'll see the beaver huts. You kind of have to know where the eagle nests are. There are 2 eagle nests. And of course, Caledon State Park across the street is still one of the largest nesting grounds for bald eagles on the East Coast. And so Lake Caledon and the dirt is just encompassing what nature is, and for people to come and visit. And it's just a sanctuary. It really is.
Amazing. If the listeners want to plan a visit, give us the website.
It is, and I'll give it to you. It's DahlgrenRails.org.
Amazing.
So DAHLGREN Trail. Dahlgren is a funny word to spell. That's what it is. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, Laurie, thank you so much for joining me on the podcast today and sharing Dahlgren Railroad Heritage Trail with us.
Oh, you're so welcome. And thank you for asking me. And I can't wait to meet all new faces on the trail.
Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to the Fredericksburg Neighbors Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to fxbgneighborspodcast.com.